Hi, if you're trying to achieve your health goals by consuming a lot of superfoods, antioxidant rich foods, or following different diets and doing a lot of physical activity and yoga and meditation, and still wondering why you're not able to reach your health goals as you expected, then what I'm going to share with you today is definitely going to help you. I'm Surya Komuru, a board certified health coach, and today I'm going to speak about how water can actually help us achieve so many of our health goals. First, let's understand, and most of you as already know that we are made of 70% of water, which means every organ, every cell, every tissue in a body, every gland basically needs water for its optimal functionality. And as we age, what is happening, our body's alkalinity is slowly kind of, diminishing because of several factors. Some of the factors is because of the lifestyle, the stress, the processed foods we eat, the environment in which we live, which is full of free radicals. Be it the foods, no matter how organic you may buy, that it's produced somewhere and then brought into some other place, and the nutrients density is low, and we tend to eat all these with full of free radicals, and the air we breathe in also has free radicals. The environment in which we live with all these electronic gadgets, that gives a lot of free radicals, our cell phones, and how much of these free radicals that are getting accumulated within a body are we able to dispose of. As I've said, our body is made up of 70% of water. So again, everything in terms of the digestion, in terms of the food absorption, in terms of all these nutrients getting carried to each and every cell through the capillaries via the blood, we water is so essential, and also in order to detoxify our body. So if this much of functionality is needed by water, and if you are consuming water which is only like 15 to 20% kind of absorbable within a body, which means the rest is sitting in our body and just getting flushed out. And that is the reason that when you consume 2 or 3 glasses of water in the morning, that you feel so much bloated. The reason is it is not getting well absorbed within your system. Why? Because the sources of water which we choose, which are the tap or the bottled water, are all not in a healthy state. Now let us learn what can actually make it into a healthy state. What happened was, in the 1960s, Japanese and Russians were actually looking for a better way to have water in a very good qualitative state. So they were looking around the world for the best sources of water, and they came across few places in the world, like 7 to 8. And when they tried testing the water for its properties, they came across three features of it. The first being that water having highest antioxidants. I myself was surprised, because I never thought water could be antioxidant. I knew that it flushes, the water can actually move things with the lymphatic drainage and things like that, but never expected that there could be antioxidants within water. That's the first thing that they found. And the second thing they found was the alkalinity of it. They found that all these sources, which are called the miraculous waters, are having a pH higher, slightly higher than what we are actually having on our, tap water or, the bottled water. And the third thing they found was that the molecular structure of this water was actually way smaller than what we usually have. This is one thing which I observed. If you just happen to go to any of the mountains and try to have some water directly from the stream, you don't actually feel bloated. You actually feel it light when you have it. That is because the molecular structure, is very small in size, which means usual water molecular size, I mean, like, if there are in clusters of 25 to 30, in the streams, in the live streams, those could be around 5 to 6. So if the molecular size is smaller, the cellular penetration becomes much easier. So let me explain each of these aspects in a small, in a little detailed way. As I said, when I said that, water having antioxidants. So what Japanese did it is they designed an ionizer, which can actually bring in all the properties of these three properties which I've spoken about: the antioxidants, the microclustered nature, and the alkalinity, from the tap water, using the tap water as the source without adding any chemicals to it, and making it much alkaline, having a lot of antioxidants, and making it into microcluster through this process of electrolysis. Okay, so let me demonstrate how the antioxidant properties are basically determined. you know when I said the free radicals, what happens is everything, all the stress factors due to your medications or due to your lifestyle or due to the foods that we consume, the processed foods, everything makes our body acidic. And in order to flush away all these toxins, we need alkaline water, which can actually neutralize the acidity within our body. At the same time, antioxidants, which can actually donate an electron to this free radical electron and then actually make it stable, and the water can actually flush it away, which means the detoxification also happening. Okay, so let me first show you few of these, this thing that I have. This is the soda Sprite, which we all know. This is the Sunny bottled water. This is one of the most popular essentia, which it says it has a pH of 9.5, and it is also ionized hydration, okay, which means it too has undergone ionization. And this is what is from this Enagic company, the water ionizer, the Kangen water, which I've stored. Let me just put each and every liquid in this and turn on my ORP meter, which is oxidative reduction potential. Before I do that, let me just tell you, as I was speaking about this ORP, what it stands for is oxidative reduction potential. If the value is on the positive end, I will show you the chart. If it is on the positive end, it means that it is leading to oxidation. Oxidation is not good for a body, because you know that if you leave a potato sliced or an apple sliced in the air, the oxygen in the atmosphere and the iron in it actually leads it to rusting, which is not good for our body, right? So the negative or the opposite of oxidation is antioxidation. Okay, antioxidants are something which are very good for our body. So those will be in minus values. In it is measured in millivolts. If it is plus millivolts, it is oxidation, it is harmful to our body. If it is minus millivolts, it is very good for our body, it is giving a lot of antioxidants. Let me just show you the scale. Okay, here, as you can see, this side you have the positive values, where in the tap water, the bottled water, and things like that, those are all oxidation, so that is not good for a body. And here we have all the negative values. Okay, the vitamin C, if you consume, or all the green broccoli and things like that, or the cod liver oil, or so many other, the green tea and everything are on the negative end. But if you look at them, at the most they go to a level of minus 100. Okay, whereas the one which I'm speaking about, the Kangen Enagic Ionizer, can take it minus 400 and beyond, which means in one glass of water you can have lots and lots and lots of hydrogen, hydrogen which can actually antioxidants, which can help detox your body thoroughly. Let me just show you this. Let me first start with Kangen water. I'm pouring this Kangen water in it. Okay, and let me just show you the meter. As you can see, the meter, what's the value that you see? It's going minus 500 and above. It is climbing minus 500 and above. Oh, minus 640 or something, minus 640 or something. So you could imagine the extent of antioxidants that we have within this water. minus 660. Okay, now let me just take this ionized water from Essentia, which is one of the popular brands, you know. And by the way, anything which is kind of bottled is not actually the live water. What I mean by live water is the antioxidants, the alkalinity is basically produced by adding alkaline minerals in an artificial way. See this? From the Essentia, this water is actually having positive 350, my friends, positive 350, not a negative, it's a positive value. A positive value of ORP only indicates it's almost 400, my friends, indicates how oxidizing the water is, So what is the point in consuming, calling this alkaline water, and which is also, ionized? It says it is ionized, and yet it is not having the antioxidants that we are expecting. And this is our most common Dasani water that we have here. This again, my friends, as you can see, it's 400 and climbing up positive, 400 and climbing up positive. So what are we actually putting in our bodies? What are we actually putting in our bodies is more oxidizing and not helping our bodies to be in a healthy state. Now this is the Sprite, everyone's favorite. Okay, let me just dip. My friends, what do we see? What do we see? Plus 480. Okay, which means it is highly oxidizing. Let me just wash it right away. Okay, now the second property of it, as I was mentioning, let's look at the pH value of it. What is pH? pH is nothing but the power of hydrogen ion concentration, or in terms of how acidic, I would show you this, how acidic or how alkaline the water is. The more alkaline naturally, the more beneficial it is for our bodies. Kindly look at this chart. Okay, all you would see, the scale is ranging from 0 to 1 to 14, 1 being very acidic and 14 being highly alkaline, and anything over 11 or anything, is not for human consumption, but it is just in the scale, and this is a logarithmic scale. Okay, so 7 being neutral, and anything below 7 is going to be acidic, and over 7 is going to be alkaline. Okay, so look at this chart. Now let me just do this demonstration by adding few drops of this pH drops, which change the color and show what kind of, whether the liquid is acidic or if it is alkaline. Okay, now let's compare. Where do we see this? 2.5, 3. And this, probably 2. And this is Dasani. And this is probably 6, maybe 6. And where is this? Purple, over 9, 9.5. Okay, so if you truly see this, if you really see all these waters which are kind of acidic, now let me show you. If you're actually consuming this kind of, this is supposed to be alkaline, but yet it turned out to be acidic, right? If you tend to add alkaline water to this acidic water, this is Kangen's water, so let me just show you what's happening. See this? A little bit of Kangen, Enagic Kangen's water has turned this into blue, which means the acidic has turned into alkaline. See this, how it is turning, how it is turning. So this is an example of what acidic water looks like and what it can, how harmful it could be to our health. So kindly consider, before consuming these sodas or the bottled waters or these so-called alkaline it says hydrogen water, right? I mean, it's ionized water, ionized water. Think several times before you kind of, purchase all these. This is the second aspect which I was speaking about. Now, let's look at the third aspect of it, which, I would not use so many of it. We'll just compare between a tap water, which I forgot to kind of show you, but now I'll show you all that. This is a tap water, which I just filled in. I can even show you the ORP of it, which I initially forgot to. I can just show you, turn it on. This is the tap water. Plus 480, 430, plus 430. It is not minus, my friends, it is plus, which means it is oxidizing. It is not good for our health. And not only that, I mean, there is another video which I would share the link, which shows how much of chlorine that we are actually consuming, not just through drinking the water, but even while taking a shower or even while washing our vegetables and fruits and things like that. Without our knowledge, we are consuming lots and lots of chlorine through tap water. Why is this? Because so much of the pollutants coming from everywhere, this industrial waste and everything, the water, when it is actually purified, they kind of, the city actually adds a lot of chlorine to it, some ammonia and things like that to kind of neutralize all these toxic waste. But during that process, this chlorine is actually remaining within the water itself. It's not totally coming out. It's remaining in the water, which we, without our knowledge, are actually consuming it. And the other aspect which I just demonstrated. Okay, now coming to this, let me also show you this pH part of it. Okay. So this tap water is somewhere around 6. If I have to show you the scale. Around close to 6.5 or so. It's close to 6.5 or so. Okay. So my point here is the chlorine aspect of it, and it not having any antioxidants, which I have shown you that it has a positive ORP. Okay. And now coming to how much of it is actually absorbable within your own body, let me also show you that. This is our tap water. Let me just get some Kangen water, fresh Kangen water. Let's do a simple test. Okay, as I was mentioning, the third property of it, being the microclustered nature. This is a green tea bag. Okay, all I'm trying to do is dip this in the tap water. From all that we know, that it may not have any impact. See this? It's not having any impact. It's not able to change. Let me just do this here. Dip it the same number of times. Do you see any difference? Do you see any difference? What is happening here? What is happening here? You know what? The water is microclustered. When I said it is not in chunks of 25 to 30, but 5 to 6. So being in small clusters in 5 to 6 molecules, it's actually able to transport or penetrate through your cells, penetrate into your cells much easier. As I said, if tap water could be 15 to 20% absorbable by your body, 85 to 95% this water, which is from Kangen Enagic, can be absorbable within your body, which helps you hydrate much more, than what a regular tap water or a bottled water could. Let's do another demonstration, which will kind of, make it very clear to everyone. Let me do a little turmeric test. Okay, this is the regular tap water. Okay, let me add some turmeric to it, organic turmeric. Why I'm saying organic is I'm just trying to emphasize the very fact. Let me add a little more here too. Why I'm trying to emphasize organic is no matter how much organic you eat, if the source of absorbing, digestion, and carrying, transportation, and detoxification is not proper, which is the water, which is not qualitative, no matter how organic you eat, the nutrients may not be absorbed properly. Look at it. I haven't even stirred everything. See here? Could you see the difference? This Kangen water is actually turning orange. This is becoming yellow. And again, as you can see, the turmeric is actually settling down without mixing well with the water. What does that mean? That means that it is not, no matter how organic food you eat, which is a turmeric, may not actually get mixed well within your body if the water is not healthy water or a qualitative water. See how this is doing. It is not only orange, it is still trying to mix very well within the food and helping your body to absorb the nutrients properly and get it transported. And let me do another small test with oil part of it. Okay, let me just take some oil. Let me take few drops of oil and put it in this and put it in this. Okay, and let me just get some tap water in this. We all know that tap water cannot truly, or water basically cannot mix well with, oil. But look at this. What is happening here? What I'm trying to tell you here, my friends, is our fruits and vegetables that are actually being sprayed with all these pesticides and insecticides are all oil based. So as you can see, the oil droplet is actually floating on top, whereas here the oil emulsification has taken place. Oil emulsification has taken place by 11.5 pH of water. What I mean basically by that is 11.5 pH of water can actually pull the oil out of your vegetables and fruits, and actually the pesticides also will be washed out, because the pesticides are mixed in oil so that when it rains, the pesticides are not washed off. But that is still remaining on a food if you're going to wash it, with the regular tap water. So even if you are trying to put it in, any other kind of, salt or anything like that, it's not going to really take those chemicals out, the pesticides out. But this water, 11.5 pH of water, actually does oil emulsification. It kind of, pulls out all the oil from the fruits and vegetables and the pesticides along with it. So you're going to have a healthy fruit and a vegetable if you're consuming this. There are so many benefits of different, varieties of waters which we can get. A highly acidic water, a 2.5 pH of water that can help with skin eczema and things like that, and many other issues, the psoriasis or many other health concerns with the acidic water, and even we can use it as a disinfectant, during this pandemic. And because of this ionization, that as I said, we are getting hydrogen, we are also getting hydroxyl when it is getting ionized. The water is getting ionized. So what this hydroxyl is nothing but oxygen. So it can improve our oxygen levels within our body. It can detoxify our body, alkalinity, and also our immunity can be built. So when your health is actually improving at the cellular level, the organs will slowly start showing a lot of changes within your body, and slowly you'll start becoming healthier and you'll be able to reach your health goals. So all I have to say is change your water, change your life. So dear friends, this is the Enagic Kangen machine that I was speaking about, which produces all this alkaline water, alkalized water, and hydrogen rich, antioxidant rich water. And also the ionization is actually bringing the microclustering, which is helping us the water penetrate into our cells much easier and hydrate us much better than any tap water or a bottled water. So let me just show you the different modes that we have in here. So we have a pH of 2.5, which produces acidic water, and this acidic water can be used as disinfectant and also to clean our house, kitchen counters or bathroom sinks, and for us to use it as a disinfectant when we actually go out, so that we do not have to buy any hand sanitizers or things like that. And this, well, it is 2.5 here, 2.5 comes from here, 11.5 is highly alkaline, which is not for our consumption, but for cleaning the vegetables and fruits, to remove the oil-based pesticides and things like that. This can be useful. And and also we can use, along with the 2.5, we can use the 11.5 in order to disinfect our body again. And there is a pH of 6, which is the beauty water. What the beauty water basically does, it actually penetrates into through your skin, because our body's pH, the skin's pH is 6. Because the skin's pH is 6, it actually absorbs pretty well within our body, and it helps radiate and glow. And a pH of 7 is for kids, because their bodies are already alkaline. And if you are consuming some medications, you can use a pH of 7. And 8.5 is for making teas and things like that. But anything around 8.5 to 9 to 9.5 is all human consumable, which can help improve our alkalinity within the body. What happens when our bodies become acidic? In order for our body to maintain, a body has a mechanism. It needs a pH of 7.35 to 7.45. If it is not met, then it can cause serious sickness within our body. So what it does, it actually, body tries to pull all the alkaline minerals from our bones, tissues, and cells. In this process, what becomes, our bones become pretty weak, and we think, oh God, this is all part of aging. No, this is all part of the foods which are consuming, which are highly acidic in nature. So kindly understand this aspect. Alkalinity is actually helping suppress the acidic nature of it. So, and as I said, 8.5, 9, 9.5 are all consumable by human. And let me show you. This is the regular tap water.
Kangen water 9.5.
If I just put it closer, you probably can see the active hydrogen bubbles within it. The active hydrogen being the lightest, in the periodic table. It's a high antioxidant, and it can help detoxify our body, energize our body, and help so many, there's so many studies, that I can share all that information about. So stay hydrated, stay healthy, stay happy. Change your water, change your life.